University is a special place for teaching and learning. Its vision is to become a premier institution of innovative and ethical leaders for sustainable development. Its mission: the university shall primarily provide advanced education, higher technological, professional instruction, and training in the fields of education, arts and sciences, public administration, information technology, accountancy, law, and other relevant fields of study. It shall also promote research and extension service and provide progressive leadership in its areas of specialization. BukSU Quality Policy. Bukidnon State University is committed to produce globally competitive and responsible graduates through excellent instruction, responsive research, sustainable extension, and quality production for the highest satisfaction of its stakeholders. Bukidnon State University. Educate, innovate, lead.
This is 104.5
DxBU 104.5.
With integrity and commitment, we stand for truth. No bias, no agenda, just pure, unfiltered news you can rely on. Stay informed, stay aware, stay ahead. This is DxBU 104.5 FM, the voice of Bukidnon State University, your smart, educational, and community-based FM radio station of Bukidnon State University. This is DxBU News Patrol.
Time check right now, it's already 9:24 in the morning. You're listening here to the DxBU 104.5 FM, your smart, educational, and community-based FM radio station of Bukidnon State University. Once again, good morning Malaybalay City, good morning Province of Bukidnon, and good morning Bukidnon State University. Welcome to the program. This is DxBU News Patrol, bringing you the latest news from local, national, and international that matters. I am Kyle Christian Flores, and of course mga higala, today is Tuesday, February 25, 2025. 3-25-25. It's the 5th day of the Kabulan Festival 2025 mga higala, and of course to all the students, to all the officials, and of course to all the smart BukSU workforce. Good morning to all of you. And of course mga higala po no, sa ato ang mga, don't forget to like and subscribe for our YouTube channel, youtube.com/DxBU104.5FM, and of course to our Facebook page, DxBU. Just search in on Facebook, DxBU 104.5 FM. Don't forget to like, subscribe, follow, and share so that more people will know what is happening here in the province of Bukidnon, what happened in Malaybalay City, what happened here in Bukidnon State University, and the national and beyond. Before we start our news for today, I would like to acknowledge the following, especially to our smart Bukidnon State University President, Dr. Joy M. Mirasol, Vice President for Research, Extension, and Innovations, Dr. Karina Joan V. Barroso, Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Hazel Jane M. Abuela. For the Vice President for Administration and Finance, Mr. Dante S. Victoria Jr. and Vice President for Culture, Arts, Sports, and Student Affairs, Dr. Lincoln V. Tan. And also to our DxBU Operations Manager, Engineer Manuel Chad G. Agurob. Sir, good morning. And to our news and technical team of DxBU 104.5 FM, to our technical on duties today, Sir Arturo Vincent III and Sir Miguel Luis L. Diesel. Sirs, good morning, and get well. And also shout out to all the to the DevCom students, development communication student, especially who will be coming later this afternoon for the DevCom newscasters and student volunteers for our DxBU Balita Patrol, which will be happening this afternoon. Now let's start for our news for today. This is our headlines for this morning.
DxBU.
Starting off with our headlines for this morning for our local news.
DxBU.
BukSU Kalilangan holds virtual script writing and broadcasting training. Valencia City holds first local media board meeting.
BukSU.
DILG Bukidnon Director highlights women's role in society at 2025 Women's Summit.
BukSU.
For our regional news, proposal to upgrade Don Gregorio Pelaay Sports Complex is underway.
BukSU.
Comelec lawyer, voters have no right to complain if they sell their votes.
BukSU.
Philippine National Police deploys additional forces to BARM for May 2025 elections.
BukSU.
Alpha Run 2025 highlights rabies awareness in Coronadal City, Cotabato.
BukSU.
For our national news, NBI investigates 20 individuals for spreading disinformation online. And of course, to our national news. Philippines reassert rice imports in the Philippines decline in the early 2025.
BukSU.
Philippines reasserts Sabah claim in diplomatic note to United Nations.
BukSU.
And Filipino bloggers allegedly involved in Chinese cognitive warfare according to an expert. For our ASEAN news, ASEAN Deputy Secretary General meets ICRC regional head to strengthen humanitarian cooperation. For international news, glaciers worldwide continue to shrink at the alarming rates according to the UN. For our sports news, Charlie Suarez gets shot at the world title against Emmanuel Navarrete. And for our showbiz news, Ding Dong Dantes expands business ventures with Mesa partnership.
BukSU.
And that will be our headlines for today. Now for our details for our DXB News Patrol, stay tuned.
This is BukSU 104.5 FM, bringing you the latest news and updates and
Weather update.
Now let's start for our details for our news for today. Today is March 25, 2025, and this is our weather update for this Tuesday.
BukSU.
Based on the pag-asa or Philippine Atmospheric or Geophysical and Astronomical Services Administration, weather forecast at 4 o'clock in the morning, there is no typhoon or low pressure area or within the Philippine area of responsibility. Within the Northern Mindanao is not affected by the ITCZ or the Intertropical Convergence Zone, but will experience occasionally cloudy to overcast skies with scattered rain showers, lightning, and thunderstorms due to the easterlies. The easterlies are warm winds originating from the Pacific Ocean that carry clouds, potentially causing rain in affected areas. Light to moderate winds from the east to northeast will result in 0.6 to 2.1 meter waves in the Mindanao areas. Here in the province of Bukidnon, including the city of Malaybalay, the city of Valencia, and the nearby areas, will have partly to cloudy skies with isolated rain showers or thunderstorms due to the easterlies. Light to moderate winds coming from the east to northeast direction will prevail, and there will be a possible flash floods or landslides during severe thunderstorms. Over here in the city of Malaybalay, the recorded minimum temperature is recorded 5 o'clock in the morning today with 18.3 degrees Celsius, and the maximum temperature recorded 1 p.m. yesterday with 32 degrees Celsius. Maximum related humidity was recorded 2 o'clock in the morning today with 96%, and the minimum relative humidity was recorded at 2 p.m. yesterday at 54%. Sunrise was recorded 5:41 in the morning. That was earlier than expected. And sunset at 5:50 in the afternoon. And that is our weather update for today for March 25, 2025. Now let's move on to our local news.
bringing you the heartbeat of our community, local news.
Now let's move on to our local news. The editorial board and staff of the Tanglaw Times, the official student publication of Bukidnon State University Kalilangan campus, participated in a virtual script writing and broadcasting training workshop on March 19, 2025 via Zoom. Campus head Mr. Richard S. Sodario highlighted the university's commitment to developing students' writing and broadcasting skills. The workshop featured broadcasting experts Nova 30 E. Agravante, Rodrigo E. Boulevard II, and Dr. Joanna Ruth S. Paloma, who shared insights on script writing, program structuring, audience engagement, and ethical broadcasting. In the afternoon session, students engage in hands-on workshops, creating radio program templates to apply their learning. Mr. Sudario emphasized that the training strengthened student skills and reinforced the Tanglao Times mission of promising media excellence. By equipping students with practical knowledge, the university continues to empower future journalists and broadcasters. Shout out to the Tanglao and the BukSU Kalilangan. Congratulations for your successful training. And looking forward for the cooperation DXBU 104.5 FM.
BukSU.
For another local news, Valencia City's local media board convened for its first quarterly meeting, bringing together representatives from print, broadcast, and advertising media, alongside with the Public Information and Assistance Division and Gender Development Office of Valencia City. The board was recently established under Executive Order No. 59 issued by Mayor Azucena Huervas in accordance with Republic Act 9710 or Magna Carta for Women. The meeting focused on strengthening GAD advocacy through improved information dissemination and communication strategies. Discussions included upcoming GAD activities such as awareness campaigns, forums, and media engagements to promote gender equality and women's empowerment. With the active participation of various media sectors, the initiative aims to broaden public awareness and understanding of GAD-related issues, ensuring that gender development remains a priority in Valencia City.
BukSU.
And let's proceed to the DILG. DILG Bukidnon Provincial Director Rona Pedraza Abadilla delivered a keynote address at the Women's Summit in celebration of Women's Month at the Municipal Gymnasium, Manolo Fortich, Bukidnon. Provincial Director Abadilla emphasized the critical role on women in shaping society, acknowledging both the progress achieved and the challenges that persist in gender equality. The summit gathered women association members from 22 barangays, women in government service, the academe, NGOs, and CSOs of Manolo Fortich, fostering discussions on women's empowerment. As Women's Month concluded, Provincial Director Abadilla inspired the audience, saying, "Let every girl and woman present today be the light that brings hope and breaks barriers toward a socially inclusive, equitable, just, and peaceful future." End of quote. The summit became a platform for celebrating achievements, addressing challenges, and advocating for a more inclusive society.
BukSU.
So that's it for our local news, and let's move on to our regional news.
Covering the stories that matter across the region. Regional News.
Let's start for our regional news. The Cagayan de Oro City Council is considering a major renovation of the Don Gregorio Pelaez Sports Complex. I think this is behind Mogs, or beside Mogs, the oldest sports facility in northern Mindanao. During the council's regular session, Councilor Edgar Cabanlas, chair of the Committee of Ethics, Blue Ribbon, Laws and Rules, presented a special report recommending the upgrade of the sports complex located on Vela Street. Cabanlas emphasized the need to modernize the facility to match the rapid urbanization of Cagayan de Oro. He plans to meet with Misamis Oriental Governor Peter Onabia and Department of Education to discuss joint efforts of the project. Built in 1969 and inaugurated on August 5, 1970, the sports complex last underwent renovation in the year 2000. It previously hosted the 1975 Palarong Pambansa, marking a historic moment as the first national games held in Mindanao. With a 20,000 seating capacity, it remains the largest stadium in Mindanao since its 1998 renovation.
BukSU.
Now let's move on to another regional news. The public should not complain about how government officials run the country if they willingly sell their votes. This is according to a Commission of Elections lawyer. Attorney Gina Sabio, the regional lawyer of COMELEC, issued this reminder in response to persistent issues of vote buying and vote selling during every election cycle. She stressed that as long as voters continue selling their votes, politicians will keep buying them, worsening the corruption and efficiency in government. Meanwhile, the National Citizens Movement for Free Elections, or NAMFREL, urged Filipinos to raise their standards when choosing candidates for the upcoming May 12 elections. NAMFREL Misamis Oriental's Nestor Banuag Jr. warned against the spread of fake news on social media, saying misinformation influences voters' decisions. NAMFREL continues its voter education campaign, hoping to change the country's political landscape and promote informed voting choices.
BukSU.
The Philippine National Police, or PNP, will deploy additional personnel in Zamboanga Peninsula, Region 12, Visayas, Luzon, and National Capital Region, or NCR, to the Bangsamoro Autonomous Region in Muslim Mindanao in preparation for the May 2025 midterm elections. This was announced by Police Lieutenant General Bernard Banak, Area Police Command Commander, during the formal activation of the Special Task Force BARM 2025 national and local elections on March 24, 2025. That was yesterday at the PRO Bar Grandstand, Camp Salipada K. Pendatun, Parang, Maguindanao del Norte. Banak, who will lead STF BARM, emphasized the unit's role in ensuring security and order in the regions during the elections. Meanwhile, PNP PRO Bar Regional Director Police Brigadier General Romeo Macapas reported that 30 municipalities in BARM are currently categorized as election hotspots or red category due to the high security concerns. Most of these areas are located in Maguindanao del Sur and Lanao del Sur. The PNP will conduct weekly assessments, simulation exercises, and command conferences to further strengthen election security.
BukSU.
And now for our final details for our regional news. Coronadal City successfully held an Alpha Run 2025 on March 22, 2025 at Rizal Park as part of the culmination of the Rabies Awareness Month. The event started at 6 a.m. and was organized by the City Veterinarian's Office to promote awareness about rabies prevention. The activity gathered various pets, including dogs and cats, along with their owners. The race featured 3 categories: 1 kilometer, 3 kilometer, and 5 kilometer runs. Organizers also provided free rabies vaccinations at Rizal Park for pet owners who wish to immunize their animals. The City Veterinary Office continues to remind the public to care for their pets and to seek immediate medical attention if bitten or scratched by an animal suspected of having rabies. Owners are encouraged to vaccinate their pets as a preventive measure.
BukSU.
And that's it for our regional news. Now let's move on to our national news.
From coast to coast, national news.
For our national news, the National Bureau of Investigation, or NBI, is currently investigating 20 individuals suspected of spreading false information online as part of the possible organized disinformation campaign. NBI Director Jaime Santiago revealed that the agency has identified vloggers and their alleged financial backers who are deliberately spreading false narratives targeting public officials.
Alam nyo, hindi ko lang pwede sa inyong isiwalat yung mga listahan namin, but we have already list nitong vloggers na ito na nagpapakalat ng fake news.
Sir, gaano karami po?
Ay, hindi bababa sa 20.
20.
Oo, yes, oo.
BukSU.
This action follows a meeting with the Department of Information and Communications Technology, or DICT, and the National Telecommunications Commission, or NTC, last week. Santiago expressed concern over the rising volume of fake news, stating that these coordinated efforts could destabilize the country. The Anti-Cybercrime Prevention Act, or RA 10175, will be used against those involved, according to the Justice Secretary Jesus Crispin Remulla. The Commission on Human Rights, however, warned against excessive regulation, citing potential violations of freedom of expression. CHR stressed that enforcing criminal laws on disinformation should not lead to censorship or restrict ethical journalism.
Binabalanse po namin mabuti. Ako bilang dating hukom, bilang dating hukom ako, binabalanse ko yan. I understand and I respect freedom of speech, freedom of expression. Kaya yung mga komento sa kanilang pananaw ay ganun ang paniwala nila, okay lang yan. Freedom of speech, freedom of expression. Pero pagka lumampas na sa hangganan, nakakakomit na sila ng inciting to sedition, nakakakomit na sila ng libel, kailangan sabatain natin yan.
That was NBI Director Jaime Santiago during the ambush interview yesterday.
BukSU.
Now let's move on to another national news. The Philippines' rice imports have significantly dropped for the first 3 months of 2025. This is according to the Department of Agriculture. As of March 13, the country imported only 641,000 metric tons of rice, a sharp decline compared to the 1.2 million metric tons recorded during the same period last year. Agriculture Assistant Secretary Arnel de Mesa attributed this decline to an increase in local rice production, with Filipino farmers producing more rice than in previous years. He noted that import levels were higher last year due to the various challenges affecting local production. One of the major concerns last year was the impact of severe drought and the El Nino phenomenon, which affected rice yields. However, improved farming techniques and better local harvest have reduced the need for rice imports this year.
BukSU.
The Philippines has formally revived its claim over Sabah in submitting a diplomatic note to the United Nations or UN, reaffirming its sovereignty over North Borneo. In its submission, the Philippine Permanent Mission to the UN emphasized that the country has never relinquished its sovereignty over Sabah. It also cited the Manila Accord of July 31, 1963, which underscores the country's commitment to a peaceful resolution of the dispute under international law. This move is in response to Malaysia's 2024 note verbal, which objected to the Philippines' submission to the UN Commission on the Limits of the Continental Shelf. Previously, the Philippines invoked its rights under the UNCLOS to extend its continental shelf in the West Philippine Sea, particularly in western Palawan, a move that Malaysia strongly opposed. The diplomatic exchange signals renewed tensions over the long-standing territorial dispute.
BukSU.
Now for our final details for our national news. A distinguished professor of international relations has claimed that some Filipino vloggers are allegedly involved in China's cognitive warfare, a strategy aimed at spreading disinformation to influence public perception. According to Dr. Renato de Castro, certain online content creators have been linked to China and are being used as part of the country's strategic information operations. He explained that the People's Liberation Army of PLA orchestrates this campaign to manipulate and redirect public opinion, particularly among Filipinos. As De Castro stated, open quote, these pro-China vloggers can be considered among those who aim to destabilize the Philippine government. End of quote. Furthermore, he highlighted that this form of warfare is embedded in China's military doctrine and that even artificial intelligence is being used to advance their objectives. China's information warfare reportedly integrates AI, biophysics, and biochemistry, making it a powerful strategic tool in modern conflicts.
BukSU.
Now let's move on to our news outside here in the Philippines with our ASEAN news and the international news.
Connecting you to the world. World news.
Now for our ASEAN news, ASEAN Deputy Secretary General for ASEAN Political Security Community, Dato Astana Abdul Aziz, met with Vincent Raymond Ochilet, head of the International Committee of the Red Cross or ICRC Regional Delegation for Indonesia and Timor-Leste at the ASEAN Headquarters or ASEAN Secretariat yesterday. Their discussion centered on enhancing cooperation between ASEAN and its partners to promote international humanitarian law or IHL. They explored ways to foster dialogue, strengthen capacity building, and utilize ASEAN-led mechanisms to support humanitarian initiatives in the region. Both leaders emphasized the importance of collaboration in addressing humanitarian challenges and reaffirmed their commitment to advancing regional stability, human rights, and international legal frameworks through ASEAN's multilateral engagement efforts. Now for our international news. The United Nations has reported that all 19 of the world's glacier regions lost mass in 2024 for the third consecutive year, marking a critical moment in the fight against climate change. According to the World Meteorological Organization, or WMO, 5 of the last 6 years have been record-breaking glacier retreat. WMO Chief Celeste Saulo stressed that glacier preservation is no longer just an environmental issue but a matter of survival. New data from the World Glacier Monitoring Service, or WGMS, revealed that glaciers collectively lost 400 billion tons of mass in 2024, marking it the 4th worst year recorded. Since 1975, glaciers have lost over 9,000 billion tons of ice, equivalent to a 25-meter thick ice block the size of Germany. Experts warn that the current melting rate many glaciers may disappear by the end of the 21st century, threatening global freshwater supplies and millions of lives. Now let's move on to our sports news.
All the action, all the scores. Sports news.
Now for our sports news, Filipino boxer Charlie Suarez is set to fight for the World Boxing Organization, or WBO, title against Mexican champion Emmanuel Navarrete on May 10 at the Pechanga Arena in San Diego, California. At 36 years old, Suarez had a late start in his professional career, debuting in 2019 at the age 30. Despite this, he has remained undefeated with an 18-0 record, including 10 knockouts. His upcoming fight against Navarrete, with his current record of 39 wins, 2 losses, 1 draw, and 32 on the way of knockouts, will be his toughest yet. According to Suarez, this is his answered prayer, recalling how he received the fight offer while in church. His manager, former Ilocos Sur Governor Chavit Singson, negotiated the deal with Top Rank Incorporated. Suarez's team has been preparing intensely, training with sparring partners similar to Navarrete's style. With no pressure on his part, Suarez is determined to seize this opportunity and bring home a world championship for the Philippines. Now let's move on to our showbiz updates.
Lights, camera, headlines, showbiz news.
Now for our showbiz news, actor-producer Ding Dong Dantes is making his biggest move into the food industry by becoming a business partner in Mesa's 88th branch. This comes as he marks his 6th year as a brand's endorser, with a restaurant chain aiming for 100 stores this year. Dantes, known for his business ventures, sees his partnership as a strategic investment, entering as a franchisee rather than starting from scratch. He expressed confidence in Mesa's success and management led by the D family. While this is his largest food business venture, Dantes has also explored industries like transport, admitting that business comes with a trial and error. He emphasizes the importance of studying investments carefully. Despite expanding his business portfolio, Dantes remains focused on showbiz. He is set to star in a new film with Charo Santos while continuing his work as a producer through Agosto 2 Pictures, highlighting his commitment to both entertainment and entrepreneurship. Time check right now, it's already 9:51 in the morning, mga higala. It's becoming hotter and hotter as the March comes to an end. No, today is March 25 and we only have 6 days to go before the start of April. So well advised to the coming from the Pag-asa to bring your umbrellas, bring your hats, and of course, don't forget to put some sunscreen if you're exposed to the sun for a long time, okay? And of course, drink plenty of water. Don't forget, mga igala, this afternoon on 3 o'clock in the afternoon, there will be a DXBU Balita Patrol together with the with the DEFCON student reporters. That will be this afternoon, mga higala. And of course, I would like to thank the following, especially to our Smart Bukidnon State University President Dr. Joy M. Mirasol, to our Vice President for Research, Extension, Innovations, Dr. Karina Joan V. Barroso, Vice President for Academic Affairs, Dr. Hazel Jane M. Abuela, Vice President for Administration and Finance, Mr. Dante S. Victoria Jr., and Vice President for Culture, Arts, Sports, and Student Affairs, Dr. Lincoln V. Tan. And to our DXB Operations Manager, Engineer Manuel Chan G. Agrup, sir. And to our DXB News and Technical team. To our technical duty today, Sir Arturo Vincent III, for our audio and for our live stream, Sir Miguel Luis Aldizo. Sirs, thank you so much for assisting, and thank you so much behind the camera. I know you are more handsome than me. And don't forget, mga igala, don't forget also, there will be Share to Heal tomorrow at tomorrow Wednesday, 9 o'clock to 10 in the morning. And of course, and Wednesday and Thursday afternoon, there will be also a special episode or special program here at DXB 104.5 FM in a celebration of Women's Month celebration together with the College of Technologies. So stay tuned for more updates and stay tuned for more details, mga igala. For if you have any concerns or you have any public service announcement, you can send it here, or you can send it here at the DXB Panawagan Center, 4th floor, College of Technologies Building, Bukidnon State University, 40th Street, Malaybalay City, Bukidnon. And that will be it for our news for today, for our DXBU News Patrol on Tuesday, February 25, 2025. This has been Kyle Christian Flores saying, good morning Malaybalay City, good morning Bukidnon, good morning Bukidnon State University, Mahida Masulom, inyo alan, happy kaamulan, and God bless us all.
With integrity and commitment, we stand for truth. No bias, no agenda, just pure, unfiltered news you can rely on. Stay informed, stay aware, stay ahead. This is DXBU 104.5 FM, the voice of Bukidnon State University, your smart, educational, and community-based FM radio station of Bukidnon State University. This is DXBU News Patrol.
This is 104.5
DXBU 104.5